Hi guys, this is Laura Alexander with PrettierWorld.com, and this is the first video in what I hope to be a long line of videos on the subject of color analysis. And today I'm just going to show you how I use Photoshop to help me do color analysis. And I use Photoshop Elements. You don't have to use the really expensive like $600 version. I'm not even sure what the full version is these days, but I use Photoshop Elements, which is about $70, and mine came with a computer. So I just pull up a photo, and it's very important that the photo is really clear, high definition. Now, this particular model is a stock photo. I love stock photos because they're very high definition. Well, some aren't, but you get a good one and you can really use it to play with colors and what I consider it to be a virtual draping. And so basically what I do is I grab the magic wand and I grab her shirt, which the magic wand will grab a wide expanse of color, and that's good enough. There is another way of doing it that's faster, but I like to try this one first. So we've grabbed her shirt. Now we're going to try different colors on her. So I go up to Enhance, and I grab, I choose Adjust Color. Then under that, I choose Adjust Hue and Saturation. So then whatever is within this border here that I've grabbed is going to change color. So what I do, I hit Colorize to start, and then I'm going to go up to a high saturation here. Now, if you know anything about color analysis, if you've trained in it or if you've read about it, chances are you would know this woman's she's a deep. That's her dominant characteristic. But there's a chance she could be a deep autumn or she could be a deep winter, because she does have some warmth in her skin, but we need to know if it's warm enough to make her a deep autumn or not enough and make her a deep winter. So this is where we're going to try on those different colors. So what we do, this is where I just mess around with the hue. Up here, it goes from warm to the left, over to the right, it gets cooler. So let's just start at the left, and I like to, like I said, put it at the high saturation because these are going to be like test colors, like test drapes would be. And when you do a in-person draping, you'd start with colors like magenta versus orange or black versus brown, things like that. So we want some really substantial colors to start with to kind of draw out her undertone. So here we go. We're going to start over here, and let's see here. I'm going to make this deeper so it gives it some more substance. There we go. Okay, now this is going over into the orange and the yellows. Actually, it doesn't look horrible, really. Green, lime. Then we get into more of the neutral, kind of turquoisey aqua stuff. And then we get over into the cool. And we're just trying to see if the warm versus the cool is better. And if you ask me, as soon as we hit that cool blue, I think she looks fantastic. I think this is the sign that says she's a deep winter. And then you go into purple. Now there's this one shade of purple that's about right here that looks good on anyone. So I kind of skipped over that and head on over more to the magenta-y, hot pink. And I think she looks fantastic in that. And we can even make this deeper. Try more substantial coloring. See how that magenta looks great on her? Let's see. And then we go into purple. And we go into that blue again. It just brings her eyes out. And then we start getting into the warmer colors. And they're bright, which is good. Even for a deep autumn, some brighter colors are good because you need that higher contrast. But when we're debating between plain old golden yellow versus this hot pink or magenta, the magenta wins. So she is, in my opinion, a cool undertone, deep is her dominant characteristic, and that makes her a deep winter. And another final test to see if somebody is a winter, they almost always, maybe not everybody, but most winters are going to look good in black. So we can take this lightness down to the very deepest, and you can see how black just makes her light up. It emphasizes her eyes. It just looks fantastic. So she's a deep winter. See how easy that was? And some of the next videos will do some people who are not so obvious.